MARTO is a childhood name of mine. It comes from Kenya. I was born there, lived there for a few years of my life. My music is very versatile, which means I'm always interacting with different individuals from different backgrounds. It's never just one thing. So that means not only do I connect with people on the production side, but also on the showcasing side. I get to meet people and show them, hey, this is what we got going on. I listen to trap, but I grew up on Afro beats. So why not blend the two? It's just Alte. It's a sound coming out of Nigeria, and it really is just all alternative sounds. You can have Alte pop, Alte R&B, trap, whatever it may be. We're rooted in Africa. We love our continent, we love where we come from. One of my favorite parts of my childhood is being an immigrant, and I feel like we've heard so much about, the African to UK immigration, and also just, Africans in France and all these other countries. It's time we finally hear a story about growing up African in America, let alone East African, which is a story I don't feel many have heard yet. I cooked up, wake up when I was driving for Uber Eats. It was an hour. I recorded it and I sent it to my boy Omega, and I was like, yo, what do you think about this? He's like, I like it, it's fire, record that. And we recorded it in an hour. So everything happened so quick, but that song, it was just a way of me expressing my current situation at that time, while also being able to make a summer hit. Summer was approaching and I just wanted to have a good time. And I got to also implement South African influence. I had Afro piano going on in there, so it was really cool to have an Afrobeats jam. I work with the label for the record. They handle a lot of the publishing side on some of my bigger releases. I got mixtapes on the way. We've been working on them for a year plus. Born Rude, I'm planning to put that out in 2026 hopefully. They Don't Need to Know, that song's been in the vault since April. Just know it's a good time. I'm releasing it on a good day. It's coming out Halloween this year. I think it should be up by midnight that night, so go vibe out. I want you to just lose yourself in it. I feel like every artist that I would say inspires me most, one way or another, I'm interested in them personally, whether it's their creative ability and how far they've been able to go in their careers, but also down to just being relatable. Lancey and Rema, I feel like I relate to them most, both being Africans. One grew up in London and the other one actually grew up in Africa. So seeing the perspectives in their music, I can relate to it, and also it inspires me to think beyond my own story and how I can share it. So a few years ago, I got to travel to Johannesburg. I specifically wanted to go to Jozi because I feel like there was so much culture there. 2022, I fell in love with Amapiano like everyone else, but I really got interested in the culture, learning Xhosa and Zulu and dancing and all that. Here locally, I got to collaborate with Owijo, and it's really cool. Him and I met very organically. We just had mutuals, and one thing led to another. We met, and I really liked his music, so getting the chance to make a song with him was really dope. My whole brand, majority of it is built on being the big brother. Mukubwa, it's an alias, but it means the big one, right? Like your elder or your boss, it doesn't matter. But just being someone you can really rely on, I want to be able to be that person for them. Reach out to me. I want to have a transparent relationship with them if I can, but just not being so distant. My friends and family, bro, they're very, very important to me. Everyone in my life knows I do this, so they all support me, whether it's the story that needs to be had for me to create new music with, or just pushing me to work harder. I have a best friend, his name is Petty. He runs a clothing brand, and just seeing how hard he works in his craft motivates me to do better. My parents are very progressive, but you just gotta really walk them through it, being very communicative. My mom, she's always worried about me. She wants me to do great in school. I remember having so many arguments with her about, I want to do this, trust me, I can still get this homework done or whatever. But just telling her everything that's going on, hey, I just came from this photo shoot, but I got class at 3 p.m., something I've done before. But so long as I'm saying, hey, my priorities are aligned, I know what's important to me and what's important to you, and here's how I plan on meeting those. We're always trying to figure out how we can express ourselves while also maintaining the respect we have for our parents. I think the older generation, it wasn't so encouraged to be so outward thinking. My sisters have always encouraged me to be as outward thinking as possible. They were older than me, so when I was growing up, naturally I wanted to be just like them. I want to just bring the pride out in the African youth. My friends and I talk about the great shift. There was a time it wasn't cool to be African, and now it feels like a lot of our youth are rediscovering their roots. And I want them to know, hey, you can still be, different, like you can be an immigrant or you live in a different country from where you come from, but you can still be proud in it. You can learn about it, you can embrace it, and you can even implement it to how you live today.